Hello and welcome to KTrader6868's asset allocations dated May 5, 2025. I've inserted all my assets and their corresponding percentages into an Excel sheet and grouped them according to asset classes as well. This of course is a snapshot of May 5th, and depending on when you are viewing this video, the allocation might have changed based on market conditions. I've uploaded it and asked Perplexity AI to firstly evaluate my investment asset allocation and secondly compare it with the S&P 500 performance benchmark. As I have a Pro subscription, I am using the Perplexity Pro Deep Research function to evaluate my eToro investment portfolio in May 2025. Unlike other AI searches, the Deep Research actually has a good reasoning function, makes a plan and executes it to complete the task, supplementing it with in-depth research on the topic. In this case, here's how the process works. First, Perplexity takes all the detailed information from my portfolio file, every holding, asset class, and allocation. Then, it pulls up the latest performance metrics for the S&P 500 to use as a benchmark. The really cool thing about this is that it then goes ahead with Python, programming what it needs to do. When it is done, it processes the data, calculates returns, dividend yields, and risk scores, and then directly compares my portfolio's results to the S&P 500. It does it independently based its own AI reasoning as to how to best evaluate this question. This ensures the analysis is transparent, data-driven, and based on industry-standard KPIs. As you can see, this takes a bit of time, so I fast-forwarded it to the part where it starts with the programming and then runs the analysis. I'd like to highlight that this is the analysis of an AI agent on my personal portfolio and is not financial advice. Please ensure you make your own research and understand your own risk acceptance levels before you make any investment decisions, as your personal situation may require different investment decisions than mine. Please note that AI agents are not full-time investment professionals and may make mistakes. As you see, in this video, I am using Perplexity to analyze my long-term portfolio and not to give me any immediate short-term trading recommendations. Now, let's get into the results of Perplexity Pro's analysis of my portfolio. Even thought I asked it to first give me its analysis on my portfolio. Before it does so, Perplexity decides to highlight that my portfolio has delivered an exceptional returns, so it looks like I'm getting a good grade here. It then runs through my allocations across different geographic areas, how it is weighted, and then later also the diversifications across sectors. One of the key success factors Perplexity points out is my timely tilt toward European and Asian markets. In 2025, these international markets have outperformed the US, and my portfolio's allocation over 36% in Europe and the UK, and more than 16% in Asia has really paid off. This global diversification, along with exposure to commodities and even a bit of crypto, has helped manage risk and capture growth where it's happening. Let's look at the returns and compare it versus the benchmark. My portfolio has a 153% return over the past 2 years and is up 46.7% year-to-date. That's a huge outperformance compared to the S&P 500, which returned about 33.6% over 2 years and is actually down -3.5% so far this year. Please note that I use up to 5% of my capital in short-term trading to boost capital growth while remaining 95% invested in the long term. This kind of capital growth is extremely rare, especially for a portfolio that also offers a higher than average dividend yield and stays within a moderate risk score. Moving on, Perplexity also notes that my portfolio's average dividend yield is 1.8%, which is not only higher than the S&P 500's 1.27% but also excellent for a high-growth portfolio. Maintaining this level of income while achieving such strong capital gains and keeping my risk score at 4 right in the moderate range is an unusual and very positive combination. Perplexity then goes on to go through the strengths of my portfolio, as well as make recommendations for improvements. I'm really pleased with the results of this analysis. So, in summary, Perplexity Pro Deep Research finds that my portfolio stands out for its exceptional growth, strong dividend income, and well-managed risk, all thanks to a globally diversified and carefully balanced approach. The only minor suggestion is to consider a slightly higher cash allocation for flexibility, but overall, this is a rare example of a portfolio that excels across all the key metrics. If you'd like to see how Perplexity would analyze your own portfolio, or want to dive deeper into any part of this review, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video.